I will literally never lie about my hair. I'm a fake blonde and you can tell. My roots are coming in. Hey besties, and welcome back. You know them, you might love them, you might hate them. You've definitely at some point bought something because of them. Influencers, content creators, whatever you want to call them. Today, that's exactly what we're talking about. Today we're talking about lies from content creators. You're getting the inside scoop directly from a full-time content creator. What's the truth? What's a lie? What is just so that we can make money? Let's talk about it. Influencers have kind of shaped everything about most people's lives nowadays. I'm not just talking about the Instagram baddies that you follow. I'm not just talking about the makeup gurus. I'm talking about influencers since the beginning. And no, the beginning isn't when Kylie Jenner became the it girl. The beginning is Paris Hilton being the it girl. The beginning is the Olsen twins being the it girls. The Olsen twins are the first real influencers. If they pushed something, everyone was all over it. Then you had Young Hollywood, like Vanity Fair's Young Hollywood issue. Hilary Duff, Lindsay Lohan. If they said they loved something, everyone bought it. Paris Hilton told everyone that her favorite lip color was MAC lip gloss in Purr, and then that was out of stock at every MAC that you would go to for like 2 straight years. Influencers started long before social media became what it was. Even back in the DeviantArt days, you had Alex Evans. If you were a DeviantArt kid, which is kind of like Tumblr before Tumblr, you knew who Alex Evans was. MySpace had the first real influencer culture. Audrey Kitching, Hannah Beth, Jeffree freaking Star, MySpace celebrities, MySpace influencers. It started back then and it's only gotten worse now. I like to consider those the classic influencers, where everything started. Then you have modern day influencers. You have the Instagram baddie posting outfits. You have the beauty gurus posting their makeup looks. You have the home influencers posting home finds. You have the variety content creators, which is what I like to consider myself. I'll post my makeup, I'll post my home finds, I'll post outfits. But then you have the food creators and the local creators, and those have influenced us on a whole different level. Don't act like you've never looked up a recipe on social media. Don't act like you've never opened TikTok and searched for a recipe. Don't act like you've never Googled a recipe and the first thing that pops up is a TikTok video. Have you ever then made one of those recipes? You've been influenced. If you're looking into local restaurants, either someplace new opened, you're traveling and you want to see what's good there, you look them up, you're gonna see something that an influencer posted. You're going to. And it's going to make you decide either, hey, yeah, this sounds awesome, or oh no, I don't want to go there. You've been influenced. You could potentially not be on social media. Oh, influencers don't affect me, I'm not on social media. Okay, so you might mention to one of your friends or a family member, oh, I want to go to this restaurant. And they say, oh, I heard XYZ about this restaurant. And you either double down and say, oh, absolutely we're going, or oh, absolutely not. Where'd that friend hear that from? An influencer? You've been secondhand influenced. That's the problem. It doesn't stop at the influencers now. There's secondhand influence. People have been influenced by influencers, and now you're being influenced by those people. So why is this toxic? Because so much of it's lies. We'll start with the most obvious one. You don't need every new product launch. Are these influencers touting every single new launch? Absolutely. But you know what? Most of the time, they're not spending their money. They're either sent it as PR, or if they are spending their money on it, it's because they know it's going to be clickable and they can write it off on their taxes. This is me being 100% transparent with you. Last year for Vlogmas, I got the Bailey Sarian makeup collection. It wasn't PR, I bought it, but that was a tax write-off. I made a video about it, so it was a tax write-off. CosRx has a new hair care line. I got sent the new hair care line as PR. Does it affect my opinion on it? No. But it's a fact that I got it as PR. Would I have gone out and bought it if they hadn't sent it to me? Probably not. I'm doing a no-buy. I'm trying to use up what I already have. I probably would not have gone out and bought it, but I got sent it, so yeah, I'll talk about it. There's something about buying something just because you know it'll get you views if you talk about it that influencers don't reveal very often, but it's a fact. Most new launches, if an influencer is covering it, they either got it as PR or they bought it because they know it's going to get them views to talk about it. Don't get me wrong, I love the Bailey Sarian collection, but I'd be lying if I said that I didn't get it to post about it. Just like when Glamlight released their Ghostface collection. Yeah, I was so excited for it. I didn't open the package until I was sitting down in front of my camera. I only opened it on camera. I made a whole video about that because I knew it would get me views. The reality is that you don't need every single new collection. A lot of it, you probably already have something that works the exact same. When influencers tell you that you need a product and it's going to work for you and that it's the best thing to ever exist, it generally doesn't work for everyone. This is especially true with makeup, skincare, and hair care. A lot of things don't work for everyone. I like to be very upfront about that. I have dry skin, I have eczema on my scalp, I have blonde, dry hair. Things that work for me aren't gonna work for somebody with oily skin, brunette hair, normal to oily scalp, oily hair. Completely different people. We need completely different products. Now, will I be upfront and tell you why I think it's wonderful and why I think that if you have the same skin or hair, etc. as me, that it's wonderful? Absolutely. Prime example, I have a Laneige face wash that I was sent for a brand deal. I genuinely love it. I genuinely think that it's one of the best things I've ever used on my skin, but it's very hydrating. If I had oily skin, I probably would not love it as much as I do. Do I think that somebody with oily skin needs something that's going to be super hydrating? Probably not. That it's not exclusive to the beauty community though. Fashion. Everyone has different body types and styles. I could suggest something that I think looks absolutely amazing on me, but somebody with a different body type, it won't work for. I could suggest my favorite shorts, but I'm a short person. If somebody tall wore them, they could be a bit too, let's just say, risque. There's so many things that work for certain people but not for other people. There's no such thing as anything that is universal. That includes for home content creators. Lifestyle content creation in general, if one more person tries to tell me a productivity hack of set a timer, I'm going to scream. If I start something and then I take a break, I cannot get back to it if I take a break. But every productivity hack is set a timer for this long, do what you can, take a break for this amount of time, then go back to it. If I take a break, I'm not going back to it. I feel like that's the most universally suggested productivity hack, and that does not work for me. There's no such thing as a universal productivity hack either. Different people have different needs. It's a fact. There is no such thing as universal. If I hear one more influencer say that luxury is the only way to go, I will scream. Do I have designer bags? Absolutely. Do I think they hold up better? Absolutely. Do I think that's the only way to go? No. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I carry an All Saints bag with me everywhere. That is my daily bag. I know that All Saints isn't a cheap brand, but it's one that you can find a lot of the time at Nordstrom Rack. I'm just a big fan of All Saints. I think their products are amazing quality, but I have a Louis bag. I have a few Coach bags. I have a Chloe bag. Actually, I have multiple Louis bags, but I have one vintage one that's like my favorite. I have more Marc Jacobs bags than I can count. I went through a phase, okay? I bought new Marc Jacobs bags like every month when I was in my 20s. I went through a phase. I still carry my one little All Saints bag with me everywhere. And if it's not my All Saints bag, it's my giant YouTube tote bag. Oh, Maya, All Saints is still a designer. Fair. But I'm not telling you carry YSL. I'm not telling you carry Gucci. I'm not telling you carry Louis Vuitton. I'm telling you I carry a purse that was less than $100. And I'm big on thrifting whatever you can as well. Growing up, I didn't have designer purses. Growing up, I had my one vintage Louis that was broken and I only got repaired recently. You know a bag I carried for years and years and years? A Target and Shop Intuition purse from the Target and Intuition collection. And was I only invested in that because all celebrities, especially Paris Hilton, shopped at Intuition? Absolutely. The OG influencers. I carried that purse all throughout my junior year of high school, senior year of high school, freshman year of college. I brought it with me to New York City for every weekend I'd go to New York. This is a purse that was, I want to say, maybe $35, and I used that for years. Just because it's a designer, just because it's luxury, it doesn't mean it's better. Don't believe all of these influencers buying this season's new Louis bag or this season's new Gucci bag that you're only gonna see them carry for a month, maybe, and then they're gonna find something new. Luxury does not mean better. Luxury just means you can show off. My All Saints bag, you would not know is a designer. Even though it's just a mid-grade designer, you wouldn't know it's a designer. Same way with luxury makeup. Do I love Charlotte Tilbury? Do I love Hourglass? Do I love more of the high-end cosmetics? Yeah, I do. My Westman Atelier contour stick is one of my favorite makeup products that I own. But you know what else I love? My Maybelline under eye concealer. My Ardell lashes. I use Morphe brushes most of the time instead of high-end brushes. Luxury does not mean it's better. Luxury so much of the time is just the name brand. Listen, I'm just gonna say it. influencer lifestyles are fake. That morning routine where that influencer got up at 4 in the morning, you can bet your butt that they got up at 10 a.m. and they changed the time on their phone to say 4 a.m. I speak from experience. I'm not saying that I changed the time to be that drastic, but I've certainly changed the time on my phone for a video before. I've definitely done that. I don't do that in the I'm lying, I'm pretending I got up at 4 a.m. when I didn't. I'm doing that in the I'm filming this video later on in the day about what would have happened in the morning. Homemade green juices every single day. A spotless home 24/7. A beige empty house. None of that's realistic. I get up every day at 4 in the morning and I have my green juice and I do my yoga and I take my puppy, who's just a new puppy, out for a walk, and that puppy didn't have any accidents in the house. No. It's not realistic. No one believes that's happening every single day. And if they do, then they're naive. You wanna know what most content creators' mornings look like? Honestly, for me, I wake up when my fiance gets up in the morning, but I don't actually roll out of bed until later. Unless I have something to do that day. You can expect me to roll out of bed at any point between 7:30 and 9 a.m. Do I have a schedule that I like to stick to? Yes. But do I always stick to it? No. I roll out of bed when I roll out of bed that day. I take my morning meds because I can't function without my Adderall, which content creators never talk about. A lot of content creators will say, oh, I have depression, and they don't talk about if they're on meds. I like to be honest. Yes, I'm neurodivergent. Right now, it's just Adderall that I'm on. I'm never going to act like I don't have to take medication because I'm going to keep it real with y'all. No one should ever be shamed for needing to be on medication to make their brain or body work properly. In theory, on a perfect day where everything's going great, I will get on my walking pad, I'll, spend time with my cat as well because she's very needy. I'll be productive around the house, but simultaneously I will be active on social media, talking to all of y'all. I will be filming short form content and editing short form content, filming long form content, editing long form content. There's so many things that I should be doing, but in reality, a lot of the time, I sit on the couch and I procrastinate until my Adderall kicks in. You want the honest truth? That's the honest truth. I sit and I procrastinate. I'm not out going to Pilates and going out to lunch, not getting sushi every single day. More times than I can count, I wake up and I find out that my cat had a hairball somewhere. Influencers don't talk about that. They act like their perfectly curated lives are normal, but they're not. Most days I don't do a full face of makeup. Most days my house is, to me, messy. Not dirty messy, it's cluttered messy. Some days there's dishes in the sink. My home is not spotless 24/7. But neither are the other influencers. They just don't show you that. They clean what will be on camera. They leave you feeling like you did something wrong because why is my house messy and theirs isn't? Why do they have this amazing meal cooked and I'm just scrambling to put together mac and cheese? Because they ordered their meal through a delivery app and they put it on their own plate to make it look like they cooked it. Everybody presents the best version of themselves online. Be honest, would you rather watch a video of somebody living the exact same life as you, or would you rather watch somebody living the life that you dream of and living vicariously through them? I know most people choose to live vicariously, like you're watching a TV show or a movie. I prefer people I can relate to, but I know that for most people, it's a form of escapism. Consuming any content, be it social media content, be it television, be it movies, it's a form of escapism. The issue is when people start thinking that these curated personalities and curated personas they're seeing online is normal. When content creators post about a specific product, there's a 90% chance that it's sponsored, even if they don't disclose it. Even if they say it's not sponsored, there's a 90% chance that they are breaking FTC guidelines. I have a friend that is also a content creator. He is a food content creator. As y'all may know, I've been doing content creation for a long time. He came to me with questions about a partnership he was offered, and I was filling him in on some of the FTC guidelines. He was shocked by some of them because other people don't follow those guidelines. I had to explain they might not follow them, but it's the literal law. It's what you need to do if you don't want to be sued into oblivion. And again, this is somebody else that is beginning their career as a content creator that had no idea that so many of these guidelines were rules that they had to follow because nobody else does. People aren't disclosing properly, and that's a problem. All of my sponsorships, paid brand deals, have been on Instagram, and all of them, I put #ad very clearly. In all my videos, I have shop with me links in my description box. There's an asterisk next to anything that is an affiliate link. And I say in it, anything with an asterisk is an affiliate link. I make it very well known what my affiliate links are. That is required disclosure. If I receive something for free, I will say it. Look at my Triple M Monday series. I will say in it, not sponsored, but if I like the product, I'll mention the brand, be like, not sponsored, but like, hey, I'm down. I'm very upfront about whether I'm sponsored or not. And unfortunately, most people aren't. And technically being gifted something counts as a sponsorship. The value of things that you are sent counts for your taxes. If you receive PR from a brand, that brand writes it off for their taxes, and then you need to pay taxes on the value of what you received. Things are messy when it comes to that. So most influencers don't disclose that kind of thing. Influencers lie. Why? Because it gets views. Influencers tell you that anyone can live the way that they do, but that's not true. So much of it is the family they're born into, the life that they're lucky enough to have. For example, I was not able to be this consistent with content until my fiance let me leave my job to do content creation full-time and become a full-time creator. That is a blessing. I know not everybody has that. It's not realistic to say that anybody can live the same lifestyle as the big name influencers, or even as somebody like me. I may not be a big name influencer, but I'm a full-time content creator and I know how lucky I am. Let's talk about why influencers are pushing products and their links and their LTKs. You know why people say comment whatever word if you're interested in whatever an Instagram video is about? Because by you commenting, they have an automation that will send you the link. The automation will respond to your comment, and that pushes their reel in the algorithm. The more interactions they get with it, the more it's pushed in the algorithm. So they'll get more views, they'll get more likes. You'll get a link to a website that they get a commission if you click it. It's a win-win for them. I'm not going to pretend that I've never done that. I have done that. Me and many chat are fighting right now though. Do I have on my Amazon storefront little mini collections for so many different things? Absolutely. Do I love when people go through my storefront and buy things through my storefront? Absolutely. I do get a commission, and I'm not going to pretend for even a millisecond that I don't. There's also third-party apps that I can get commissions from that I do use as well, and I do post those links. Of course, I always use an asterisk if it's on here, and if it's on Instagram, it's disclosed. If I can send out an affiliate link, I get a commission off of it, but you're not paying any extra? Why not? I'm never going to deny that though. I'm never going to pretend, oh, just click this link and I don't get anything from it, but you can find out what it is. I will never pretend that. LTK is the same way. People say, go to my LTK. You know why? Because they get a commission if you go through their LTK. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Get that coin, get that bag. I do the same thing. I post things on my Amazon storefront all the time. I'm an Etsy affiliate. I will literally post things that I've gotten on Etsy all the time, but I will always, always, always disclose. And so many people don't. I will also never say that you need to buy something just because I get a cut of it. I will never tell you, go buy this, if I would not buy it myself. But the amount of influencers or content creators or whatever that individual wants to be called that post things because, oh, this brand will pay me extra if people buy through my link. No, I've gotten those same offers. No. I know that I've certainly been burned in the past by trying super influencer hyped products, which is why my Monday series exists. That brings up what we all need to remember though. Influencers and content creators aren't always just normal people. They're a brand. They're a character. I was actually just talking to some of my friends about this, about how the Maya that y'all see, yes, it's me, but it's a different version of me. Don't get me wrong, if you meet me in person, what you see is what you get. But I feel like I'm a lot more outgoing and I have a lot more confidence when I'm on camera. I compared it to back in the day when Beyonce used to say that when she went on stage, it wasn't Beyonce going on stage, it was her alter ego, Sasha Fierce. I feel like that's how it is for most content creators. We have our normal selves that the people that see us day to day see. And then we have our on-camera personalities, which in my experience, most content creators that I know, our on-camera personalities are bold and a bit louder. Maybe it's just because I'm an introvert. I always say there's a reason that I talk to a camera for fun. I get anxious in crowds, I get anxious around people, but I feel completely comfortable being myself and being outgoing to a camera. There's a huge difference between me being outgoing to a camera and me being outgoing around people. I'm not saying it's not me, it's still me, it's just a more me version of me. I feel like that makes absolutely no sense, but the ones that get it, get it. Influencers and content creators are a brand. Even I myself, again, I'm more outgoing. I don't share every single facet of my personality. I love to, don't get me wrong, but you don't hear me in every single video talking about my love of One Tree Hill or Supernatural or the WB in the 2000s. But if you're around me in person, then you probably hear me talk about that every day. That's my point. That's not what y'all are here to hear about. So that's not what I talk about. I'm a brand. You wanna watch my videos knowing what you're getting. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But some creators take it too far. Some creators lose themselves and are only a brand. And some viewers don't understand that creators are a brand. I try to be as real as I can be. I live by the life motto, be who you needed when you were younger. That's what I try to make my brand. I try for my brand to be older sister, supportive older sister. I don't really know another way to put it. Lead in a 2000s teen drama? I don't know. That's the brand I go for. If you wanted me to be 1000% myself, I could go on an entire video about my love of Mothman and cryptids, but that's not my brand. As a content creator, I understand both sides. A lot of the time, money does get tight as a content creator, especially they have things like net 90s, which is when you don't get paid until 90 days after a campaign is over. Not 90 days after you post, but 90 days after that brand's campaign is over. So money's tight, I get it. But also, they need to think about the consumer. Don't lie just to get more money because money's tight. People listen to you. People care about what you say. This is a plea to other influencers and content creators. A lot of you are very, very honest. And I do know quite a few creators that are very honest, but a lot of you also aren't. Please, to the ones that are not honest, just start being upfront. Think about the power that you have. And to the ones that are honest, thank you. Thank you for being upfront. Thank you for setting a good example. I know that I talk a lot about these people in my videos, but when I think about people that are honest, I think about people like Linda, Glitter Fallout. Anytime that she posts a story of something that she's been sent, she makes sure to disclose it in her Instagram story. She's very upfront about being sent things or having affiliate links. If she posts a link, she will either say, this is an affiliate link or this is not an affiliate link. Linda, you're doing it great. You're amazing. Jen Love, she does the exact same thing. She works with a lot of brands and she's very upfront. I was sent this. This is an affiliate link. This is this. This I bought with my own money. This I was sent. She's very, very upfront. Jen, thank you. I love you. Monica, who is absolutely amazing, and she's become a mutual of mine recently, and I adore her so much. Her followers send her a lot of gifts because she's an inspiration to a lot of people. She's very upfront about that. Instacart sent her something, and she was very upfront about that. She's always been upfront where I don't buy these things. This is from this person, this is from this person, this is from this brand. If it's a gift from her followers, she doesn't need to disclose that, but she does. Monica, thank you. I love you. You are setting a wonderful example. I will link all three of them down below, by the way, because they are absolutely amazing people and you 100% should follow all of them. I love them so much, but they're proof. It's not that hard to be honest, but so many creators aren't. I'm gonna get off my late night rambling soapbox now. At the end of the day, the moral of the story is if you're a consumer, be skeptical. And if you're a content creator, do better. Think about the influence that you have and do better. Have you ever fallen for influencer lies? Do the little influencer white lies also get to you? I feel like the little white lies are perfectly fine. And by little white lies, I mean things like, oh, I'm at this place when you actually left that place like 2 hours ago. You just don't want people knowing where you are in live time. I do that a lot. I don't want people to know where I am at any given moment. Comment down below and let me know your stance on influencer lies. Which ones you fall in for, which ones you think aren't a big deal, which ones you think are a bigger deal than I'm making them. Have you ever bought a product just because an influencer told you to and then you realized that they were just lying the entire time and they just wanted to get that bag? Let me know in the comments. Let's chat. Let's all commiserate together because your girl loves commiserating with others. Misery loves company, right? If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday, Sunday, and then alternating Mondays and Fridays. When you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, otherwise YouTube will never tell you when I post. It's a little bit broken like that. Also, make sure to give the video a like. It helps a lot more than you know. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. So cold.